Morning, traders. Let's take a peek here. Gotta first go over in this alpha trading Discord. All right, let's share a screen, shall we? Here we go. Got the BTC index up on the VRE with the distribution levels. That's right, the distribution levels. Do you have correct math? Are you building an edge you can quantify? That's what we do here at Alpha Trading. Enjoy. It's got a nice little 15-minute candle here, clearing out some of those over-leveraged longs. Let me see something real quick. I'll just take a quick peek, see what that little wick did. This is why you take profit, people. See if some longs got liquidated. Yep, 1 million. Just one 15-minute candle pullback. Boop! $1 million in longs. That is pretty stupid. I'm going to call a spade. Real dumb. This little wick right here in the last hour, right? Liquidated $1 million. $1 million. Credible. So you don't take your profits. That's okay. Because I guarantee you the high frequency trading firms will take them for you. That is indeed a fact. Get squared away if that risk management. Get squared away. Do you even know what risk management is? Come over to the Alpha Trading Discord. The link's in the description. Open up a support ticket. Request a free volatility starter pack. Let's start there first. You like free education? We give free education. There's no student loans here. No student loan forgiveness. Don't worry about that. We love teaching the VEPS to people, so bring it. All right, so Bitcoin. Just got done talking about that 15-minute candle. Cleared out some longs. Good stuff. Lucky it didn't dive a little deeper. That thing would have did a 95 for Laplace rundown. Probably seen about 10 million. Probably seen about $10 million in longs get liquidated. But that's okay. This is what we're dealing with. So right now, BTC is in the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on this daily candle. So what do these distribution levels mean? So when we're dealing with the 68.3% probability range, that means by the daily close, there's a 68.3% chance when it comes to the Laplace distribution model that Bitcoin is going to close above about 46.7 and below about, let's just say 47.5. Tight range, right? Real tight range. Let's see here. What is that about? $800? Nice, man. Then you have normal distribution, right? First standard deviation, normal distribution is a 68.3% probability level. Top side of the first standard deviation is at 48,343. First standard deviation, we just sent a wick down through, and the center of the daily range is at about 45,850 area. So yeah, that's what these probability levels mean. That's why when you exceed these levels immediately, so say when this wick pulled down here, there was immediately by the daily candle close that Bitcoin would pull up inside the 68.3%. There was a 68.3% chance BTC would close inside that level. When it comes to normal distribution, Laplace, we already gave the number up there, right? About 46.7. That's how these probabilities work. Let's see. Big part of our edge here. Big part of my edge. Okay. If you just have the free chart, you're not going to get the distribution levels. But if you're learning and you come in the chat, you want a chart posted, we'll post it for you. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. But we always recommend to learn the basics of volatility trading first. Give yourself a fighting chance. Come in, you'll get access to that public chat as well so you can ask questions. Most important thing you could do. If you're serious about trading, a lot of degens out there don't care. They're using high leverage, all this stuff. They're just gamblers. We're not talking to you, okay? We're not talking to you. We're talking to people that want to make a living out of this. They want to trade for a living. They're sick and tired of the 9 to 5. You want to do your job in PJs when you wake up in the morning? Join Alpha Trading. Some point you'll be there. All right, man. So I just wanted, so not too much to talk about. VRE went sideways most of the day for this little clear out. Let's go over here real quick. Let me look at these RMLRs. Let's flip it on the BTC index. I had it on Solana. Oh, I'm going to have to go back to that. Yep, the Solana wick hit an RMLR perfectly. You can see what happened here on the 4 hour, right? Sent a wick down through the 11 length RMLR. Wow, 30s. Is that the, yeah, it looks like the 11 took a dip and then it's hammering off this 30. Wow, man. All right, I'm going to go out on a limb right here, man. This looks really bullish. Let's see this daily candle. Lordy, lordy. I'm telling you right now, though, you want to close this daily candle. Let me get a number here. 47.1, 47.2. Let me see where this is at. Outside the top side of the 68.3 plus would be would be good. Why am I saying that? You don't want to end right here. That's a nasty candle. That's a nasty candle for some down action. When you understand volatility is creating these candles, that's not good. Here's the top side, right? There's the daily 68.3 right there, 47.5 area. Let's run it up. Let's close up there. That's what I'm looking for. Close outside the 68.3 Laplace distribution range on the daily candle. Let me see if we got any 2-day or something. Let's see if we hit anything up here. Index giving a weird read. It does that sometimes. It's all good. Let's see the 3-day. Yeah, nice little 3-day candle. Where's this RMLR up there? Let's take a quick peek. 49, almost 50K, 49.6. Well, I see a lot of YouTubers out there. They're throwing numbers out. Do they have anything to go off of? What are they looking at for their numbers? We got some solid reads here. This is where we get all our action from. Let me see weekly real quick. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff up around 50K, folks. A lot of stuff up around 50K. All right, I'm going to go back down this 4-hour real quick. Gotcha. No, I do like this. Both RMLRs are above the 33 power mean. And like I said, you're going to get a little dip here on the 11, right? The 11 dips, but it turns right back up. Top side, right about 48.7 area, 48.750. And that is going to be at about tomorrow morning, 0700, right before the market open tomorrow, a couple hours before. Beautiful. Let's see here. Let me kick this back over on Solana. Look at this 4-hour. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So Solana's liking this top side of the 68.3 Laplace. Last two 4-hour candles. Need to run this up, so let's see if we can close this 4-hour candle up around 106. About 106 would be good. You can see, when are we going to get... Here's a 33 power mean on the 4-hour. Let's see. The 11's about to cross it up. Then it's going to break back down again. 30's going to cross up out here somewhere. Right around $97.
It's going to go up,
that's right,
down, or sideways.
Exactly. I'll do one of them things. You know that. That's a perfect wick into those RMLRs for Sol. Wow. Let's see what this daily looks like. Charging. Be hitting the 11. 11's up here at about what? 105, 106. Just shout out that number a minute ago. Interesting. Where's the, let me scale this down. So yeah, everything's up above 33 power mean. This looks pretty bullish, man. This looks pretty bullish intraday. We're going to have to see what happens when it gets to the RMLRs. The 11 on the daily is about 106. The 30 is up here about 114. Let's see if we can breach both these. Get up to the top side. That would be great. Let me see something real quick. Let's see where Sol's at on the VRE. There's that little clear out, right to the top of the daily volatility range. And Solana right now is above the center of both macro ranges, right? Got the daily below it, so this is nice. This daily's been tested twice now and it bounced back up. Here's the top side of the weekly. Definitely want Sol to close above that today. Indeed, you're above the top side of the 68.3 Laplace right now. Would love to see Sol. There's that 105 number, 106. I'd like to see it close outside the daily 1SD. That's what I really want. Let's go, Sol. See if you can close the daily candle right around 106. Right around 106 would be nice. And that wick also was right to the bottom side of the daily 68.3, and that is the top of the daily range as well. Pulled it right back up. Just clearing out, right? Clearing out those over-leveraged traders. And I just said earlier, it was like, hey, you degens, this isn't for you. We're not talking to you. We're talking to traders that want to make a living out of this, right? That's who we're looking for. Bring it. Bring it. Not you dirty little gamblers. We're not gambling in these markets, right? We have an edge you can quantify. We've got a great risk management strategy. Takes a lot of work though. We don't mess around here. You got to monitor your trades. You got to trade the low time frame volatility. Although the lower you go, I'll tell you what, man, these exchanges are going to think you're a bot. So you got to get this down to an art where you can read the entropy, the volatility. If you're having variance outliers to keep you in these trades, right? Where you're not taking $20 profit, $15 profit, $50 profit, right? You want to push that up a little bit more. And it is so doable. It is so doable. And if it's not, and you have to take your profit quick because something changes and everything I just said, then you just take your profit. But if you're going to regularly just take these tiny little scalps, you're probably going to set off some alarms with the exchange. They're going to think you're a bot, right? They're going to think you're a bot. Just
I
like
have a handy tip for that.
Yeah, let's hear it, brother.
Use multiple exchanges.
Yeah, trade.
Also use DEXs because they are not usually run that way. But like if you use technically 5 or 6 different exchanges or something, if you can, it depends where you are, what your situation is, whatever. If you spread out your trading on a bunch of different exchanges, then you'll obviously set off a lot less alarms.
Yeah, good idea.
Because personally, I get interrupted a lot, so I can't stay in long trades, as you all know. So for me, it is I have to do that in order to not get flagged. And I know some of our dear fellow wolves do get flagged from time to time, which sucks. So multiple exchanges is a very useful way to avoid that. I have found over the years.
Yeah, agree. That is one solution. Break it up a little bit. Trade on different exchanges for sure. Trade on the different exchanges. Like you said, some people aren't in that position. Well, get yourself in that position.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying use a VPN, but those might have been words that didn't come out of my mouth.
Right. See something real quick here, man. I want to just look at BTC dominance, man. Rising hard too, buddy. Wow. BTCD going out. That's what you can see. Very few alts right now are pumping. All right. You got Solana and Bonk. They're pumping. Let's see. Look at the market just bleeding. So you got Bonk up 12.5%. Solana's up what? What was Solana up? Almost 5%. No, not 5%. About 3.7%. What else you got up here? Tia, you got Hex up. Of course, Hex is up. Hex is a bouncer, man. It's all over the place. I love it. Let me see here. Most of everything else, though, market's bleeding out. You don't understand why? Just go to BTC dominance. You'll see why. Let's see here. And it is up, 0.6 today? Pretty sure yesterday. Yesterday it was up like over 1%, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was up over 1%. Yeah, things looking good. Let me see the daily on this thing. Woo! Goodness gracious. Yeah, probably going to crack 55. What's that?
Sorry to interrupt, you guys are doing well. But if you are holding Bitcoins and you really like altcoins, go look at, I'll just do this pairing, XRP BTC or Solana BTC. And you're making big money if you want to buy some Solana in the future. So you don't necessarily have to hold Solana because the USD goes up. This is a lesson that I didn't believe. It took me 3 years to realize. But yeah, with dominance kicking up like this, it is destroying the alts on those alt pairs. And like, let's say BTC only went up 10% from 40 grand, okay, not a bit more, like 13%, 14%. Those alts have fallen 20%, 25%, 30%. So you're up in dollar terms, holding dollars. And if you swap from alts into BTC in this run, I mean, it'll be up 30%. Let's say you took 1,000 coins, whatever, you have 1,300 coins. So yeah, it's these are times for anyone that's trading to be super observant and just learn this. Doesn't matter if both USD goes up, if Bitcoin goes up, and that alt pairing against BTC goes down, you're better off holding big shit.
Yeah. Wisdom from the warlord. Let's see here. Let me see. Put this on that.
Hard-learned lessons.
Yeah, right. Let me get this. Let's pull up old Solana real quick here. Let's put it on Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase. Boop. Boop. Correlated. Solana has been correlated with Bitcoin a lot. Right now, like you pull up, Jesus. If you were to pull up like Matic, you're not going to see the same read. What's this on the daily? Maybe let's see the 4 hour here. Let's get a little more local. Yeah, look at that. The whole BTC pump here on the 4 hour. Boop. Solana's correlated with it. You flip on something like I just said.
Bonk, XRP.
Let me go to
XRP is not really correlated.
Matic. Oh, Matic. Yeah, Matic's not on Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase probably doesn't like Matic. Let's just go to Binance. Let's go to, was it USD? There it is, right on top. Jesus. You go. There's a difference, right? Negatively correlated. Had a little spurt right here, but yeah, turn it back down, man. Negatively correlated. It's a tale of two different assets that are correlated and uncorrelated. It's even more. Anything else? Boom, boom, boom.
Just so other people can see, when that is negatively correlated, that's telling you sell your Matic, buy Bitcoin. Then when it does start to correlate, you can get back into your Matic. Thus, you'll have a good little bag, aka the 20%, 30% that we're talking about.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it looks like we're right about up here, right? You were positively correlated right here. Matic lost its correlation pretty much. Now it's taking a dive. Taking a little bit of a dive. Yeah, that's all I wanted to point out on that. Let me see here. So let's go through the chart here. A little BTC on the daily. See what this volatility is doing. Low length expanding positively correlated. The 981. Blow this up. Is that still expanding a little bit? Man, it's just flat. Yeah. Flat, positively correlated. That's all. The two lower lengths are okay right now. The 2400 is contracting positive. Indeed. Boy, that's good reason why that candle just shot down, liquidated some over leveraged longs. DLP, huh? Losing a little strength. Having an outlier still on the daily, man. Don't fade the outliers. Do not fade the outliers. In a light trend, it's hitting the 2SD band. No, I'm not even going to say light trend. Still a random log. I like to see the area get blue, right? Before I'm really saying it's in trend. It's heading into trend. It still can go full bore. But yeah, not really right now, man. Not in my opinion. You see the 4 hour. Yeah, we're setting up some hidden bull. Prediction model on the 4 hour has broken. It's breaking inside the 2SD band too. Shannon entropy percentile is decreasing. Volatility on the 4 hour has fallen off a cliff. Positively correlated. There you go. The farther you go down through these time frames, interesting. Because the other two lengths are contracting, negatively correlated. This low length volatility fall off here when the correlation broke positive, that hammered this wick down. Beautiful. Volatility showing you what's up. Grade's almost at zero. What's that? 3.75. All right. Variance pretty low. We're gonna get another 4 hour outlier, positively correlated. Look at these beautiful outliers on the 4 hour, for crying out loud. Absolutely wonderful. Can you trade this stuff? Absolutely. Guys, but all the juice is in the low time frames, in my opinion. Plus, how many people are going to sit around and monitor these trades? You get in a trade like this, guys, you got to monitor it, right? You can't just sit on it. You got to take your profit. If you know how to read the variance, boy, these are some great moves. Not going to lie. A lot of juice there, man. Yeah, what did that outlier took BTC from what? 42, let's just say 42.6 to about 45.6. Yeah, there's 3K. Then we had the dump. I'll just do candle open. About 45. We know it dumped down to like, what, 41? There's 4K. So you had 3K at the top, 4K down. And then this latest move, 43.5. What is that up there? What was the high? 47? Yeah, I think it's like 47 or something. 47.173. Pretty good moves, man. Let me see this 90-minute real quick. It's a thing setting up hidden. Indeed. Hidden. You just crossed the zero mean, too. Look out. But right now, setting up hidden bear, man. Got to get this candle closing up here by the top side of the power mean band. How much time? 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Let's see if BTC can run it up to the top side. It's up there at about almost 47K again. 260 bucks. We can do that in a 30-second candle Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's go. Volatility. Nice. Steady contraction here. Right. Just recent. Negatively correlated. Everything's contracting on the 90-minute. Negatively correlated. Beautiful. Let's go down here to the 45. Yeah, volatility's pretty low down here. Highest read, 981 at about a 39.5. Would be nice to see these lower time frames. Everything go to zero. Let's go. That's when you know something's coming. Let's see the 33-minute. Yeah, this chart's actually, boy, it's really close right now. Yeah, it's pretty clean. Pretty clean down here on these low time frames. See the 15-minute, and I know this power mean band was tight up here, guys. And we were below, right? Look at this. Let me blow this up. So you get this tight power mean band. Ran a wick up. Soon as this candle started pulling back, really, broke through that 33 power mean, that was kind of like, burp, 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 warning. Now, is that a trade? I mean, you get down on the 1 minute time frame, nice scalps there. But that happened quick. I watched it live. That happened real quick. I mean, that candle, super fast. You like those sound effects? I've been working on them. Let me see here. Let me see. What are we doing? Getting ready? Tell you what. You could literally get a bounce here on the zero mean with some hidden bull. You break down through it, it's going to set up a lot stronger. Let me see where the bottom of that returns. Yeah, that was just that candle. Yeah, it closed way up here. Yeah, I'm going for up here, man. You bounce right here. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see if this returns oscillator and turn up on the 15. It's definitely better than not, though. With this tight power mean band, at least you're on the top side of it. You're on the top side of it. So that wave trend broke down on the Fisher, boy, it's turning up. They're right on top of each other almost. Literally almost right on top of each other, about 40 bucks. $40 difference. And the wave trend is below Fisher. A little bit. All the 9 and 33 length RMLR down, or log return moving averages. Variance is rising, returns above the mean. That is good. It's always good. Let me see. BTC is still going up. Yeah, the BTC dominance still climbing, man. Now it's up 0.62%. All right. You gonna get a pop here? Probably could. Let me see.
Talk about the oscillator too, right? So if that breaks below the zero mean, but it catches support on one of the VREs, right? Then you're really in a very strong position too, right? So it's, if that thing turns negative, but you're just holding flat, you're going sideways, then it can actually pick up some steam and then launch to the moon, right? So
yeah, indeed. Flip this on Sol real quick. Yeah. Sol's setting up hidden bear right here at the top side of the power mean band. Turning down, it's positively correlated too. But look at the DLP. This thing looks, it looks like it's ready to break loose. Kind of surprised. This 15-minute candle, you can see the wick it left behind. Then this one came down, tested those log MAs. So yeah, that's following the returns. Following the returns. It's not super. Let me see how much of a lower low that is. It's there. It's there for sure. I like these log MAs right here, though. 15 minutes. Big old outlier. Big 15-minute outlier. Let's see if this is setting up down here. You got that little move. Where are you, baby? There you are. Yeah, started. Oh, that was tricky. Look at the 1 minute, right? You have an outlier to the downside. What'd that take Sol from? 101.8, 101.8, about 1.3 points down. Then it has an outlier back to the top side. Whap, and then the dump. Big 1 minute outlier right there. Big 1 minute outlier. Let me see. Did it set up any div? It didn't. There wasn't any div. Not on the DLP. That's a good sign, boy. They're just cleaning out the dead wood. Salon on the 1 minute. Volatility is pretty low. We got a move coming for sure. 981's down here too. Here it goes. Correlation. Boy, that was quick. Hilarious. Expansion positive, contraction negative. That happened. Bam and bam. What's going on here? 2400 contracting positive. Yeah, more than likely this thing probably. Yeah, we're probably going to 95 for Laplace. What's that? 100.7 area. Be a bit surprised just seeing this 2400 981 coming down positively correlated. And it is hidden. Right, there is some hidden bear. The higher high here. Let's see if that matches up with the Fisher. Yeah, pretty much. 100.5, 100.6. Right about where this 1 minute candle. Right, to 95 for Laplace. Blow this up a little bit. Oh, beautiful. After that dump too, man, this thing runs right back up, doesn't close the candle above that reverse Fisher. Comes back into the wave trend. Bottom side of the power mean band. Wow. Twice. Found some support here. Interesting. I bet there's some hidden there. Let me see. Indeed. There was the lower low right there before that little pop. Set up some hidden bull. Let me go into VRE. Let's check this dollar out. We got what? Got 4 minutes. I think some of these YouTubers are watching our streams. Now I got one talking about Dixie who's never talked about it. Not getting the correlation though. He's saying, oh, this is some bearish pattern setting up on Dixie. This is going to be good for Bitcoin. And we don't care about that crap. Are they correlated? What's the correlation? And this is one of the YouTubers I really don't have a problem with. Because he's a pretty squared away dude, right? He's not a bullshit artist like these other guys really. I know I'm talking about. That old Kevin dude. I watched him for a little while, way back in the day. Not a bad guy, man. Some of these other clowns I just can't stand. Just can't stand. They're manipulating the masses hardcore. This guy, he's just doing his thing, man. He's just doing his thing. Let's see. Unfortunately, using traditional TA. Boy, oh boy. Come on over, Kevin. Come see us, bud. We'll get you hooked up. Got a pretty big following. Could really help you, man. Get that leading information out there. Let's see. All right. Where's the dollar? Boom. 102.353. You are above. I mean, this thing throughout the day has climbed up here above the center of these macro ranges. And you got the daily range. Look at the center of the daily, center of the weekly, center of the monthly. I'll tell you what, man. If all this comes together and Dixie runs, woo! Traditional market's probably going to get wrecked, especially gold. Especially gold. Bitcoin? I don't think so. That's why I'm going against that narrative. It's all about the correlation. It's all about the correlation. You can't just say, hey, right? If Dixie's bearish, that Bitcoin is just going to go to the moon. You can't do that. You got to understand correlation, man. You're going to mislead some people big time. Because that switches up all the time. I can tell you pretty much for a fact on gold and Dixie, very, very, very rarely are those positively correlated, right? Very rarely. Because let's be honest, most people look at gold still as a massive store of value. We'll see what happens in the future, right? I mean, there are some higher ups that are pushing for getting, gold-backed currency again, back in the dollar of with farm commodities, right? Gold, silver, nickel. He was talking about all kinds of stuff. Guy's starting to grow on me a little bit. So let's go.
One note with Dixie, I just took a look at it. So right now on its 90-minute time frame and its 45-minute time frame, both very strong time frames for intraday trading. Dixie right now is sitting on the reverse wave trend on both times right now. And that the oscillator is all the way down in bear territory, right? So it's not pushing back down through it. So that means when that oscillator turns right back up and hits that zero mean, Dixie can absolutely just rock it up.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm getting on the 4 hour. Yeah, man. Yeah, just bounce off wave trend. And you look at the daily, right? Already sent a wick up into that reverse wave trend. Let's pull this up a little bit. When was that? That was last Thursday. Sent that wick up. That's when Dixie went to. He just said you just bounced off the wave trend down here. A couple times. Boom, 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 boom. This is starting to set up. Only man. 9 length log return moving average. Variance above the mean. Well, that's flipping back and forth. Variance is above the mean. Or returns is above the mean, but variance is coming down. Variance is coming down. As long as you stay above this wave trend, let all this cook. Could get a pump out of Dixie here. Tony boy. It's going to be interesting to see. Damn, look at this damn thing. Make up your mind, you weak dollar. Come on. What are we doing on the volatility? Low lengths are expanding, negatively correlated. 2400 is contracting, positive. Boy, this is set up. 90 minute. Yeah, boy, I bet this is going to break. I bet Dixie's going to break this 90 minute wave trend, 102.3. And where was the 4 hour at? I know we're back up above it. Down here like 102 or something. 102.16. Could possibly be getting ready to swing back down here. 102.2 is the 33 power mean. 2.2. Let's see on the VRE. What's the center of the weekly? 102.3. Yeah, I can see another wick into the center of the weekly. Indeed. Look at all these wicks into it earlier. Bam, then it pops it up. I mean, this is a bullish setup. It is a bullish setup, but Dixie's the last asset I'd be counting on. There's a lot of screwy stuff going on. That's why I thank God we have the VEPS, man. If not, what are you doing? Good luck. Good luck trying to tame this monkey. Dixie's that little monkey you see on the video stealing people's purses. Let me see here. What we got? Yeah, man. 90 minute. Let's jump to this 45 here.
And that market just opened, so.
Yep, indeed. SPY down what? 0.6. These yields doing, man. Let's see here real quick.
I think after the pump, I think after the pump yesterday, right? I think just the math behind it, I think it's just trying to make sure the price action is just testing to make sure that pump is valid, right? So it's testing some ranges. So just kind of dip down here.
You got here Boyle. Man, Boyle's all over the place, man. Oil, you up today? You are. Gotcha. Gotcha. I've been watching oil and natural gas been moving together pretty good, man. Let me see here. We got for tomorrow. Dun. Indeed, SPY 0.6, huh? Let's look at SPY real quick. The Spider ETF running on the 45 minute, huh? Pulled back, gapping down here. Just no man's land. Let me see this 4 hour. Just gapped down below the 33 power mean. You might see SPY down here at about 460, a little under 467 before the day's over. This thing might be coming down, test this wave trend. If the dollar moves to the top side, this is definitely, I would say definitely going to happen. Maybe just a 33 log MA. Little under 470. I mean, that's not too far. Let's be real. Let me see SPY, man. I haven't looked at it on the VRE here. The last. Yeah, man, it ran. Ooh. Yesterday, right? Party time yesterday. Ran away from the center of these macro volatility ranges. Let me see. Where's the daily? Yeah, you just gapped down into below it. Yeah, gapped down below the daily range. No, you didn't. There's the top. There's the bottom right there. About 471.5. 471.5. It's the bottom side of the daily volatility range, or is that the? No, that's it. Yeah, because there's the top. There's the top of it. Boom. There's the center. Pretty. I mean, what is that? 473. 473.5. Center's at what? Well, yeah, 472.6. Then 471.5 down here. So you got about a 2-point range, daily volatility range. Top side of the 68.3 is up here almost at yesterday's high at about 474.4. Bottom side of the 68.3 is right at the top of the weekly range, maybe just a smidge above it, 470.13. So yeah, you got about a 4-point range inside the 68.3 Laplace. And guys, pretty much center of the daily is pretty much a mean of the distribution today for SPY. I love when that sets up like that. You got a volatility, when you got the center of a volatility range, that is the mean of the distribution. Powerful. Let me see this downside. Yeah, there's a 68 or the 95.4 second standard deviation. See the top side up there. Yeah, whoopsie daisy. Yeah, I was going off of this gap down. There's a 68.3 Laplace. My bad, guys. Even I get a little, especially, guys, the first freaking 15-minute candle, it's so hard to read these ranges. Here, let me put this on 1 minute. Let's get this settled. A lot easier way to do it. Trying to look at that first 15-minute candle and figure out where all these ranges are. Yeah, there's the 68.3. So you literally gap down. You gap down right inside the top of the monthly, below the center of the daily. There's a 95.4 Laplace to the downside. This, I'll tell you what, SPY better get up above this daily range. Get back in the 68.3 Laplace. Indeed. Well, this is going to fall out of bed here. We're going to start testing these macro levels.
And so if it rejects off a monthly, then you can probably count on it at least retesting the top of the weekly, which is what, 470-ish?
Top of the weekly range? Yeah,
Yep.
right here. Yep, right at 470.
There's a lot of lines at that, I think, depending on if you got extended hours on or not. But the extended hours tends to mess with the 4-hour distribution. But there's quite a few lines right around that top of the weekly. I think there's a daily one, 63 Laplace, 4-hour 63 Laplace.
Well, this is actually the 95.4. The 68.3 Laplace distribution range on SPY is way up here because that's where it closed. All right, closed right here. Boom. So yeah,
I need to turn on my bubbles.
This thing literally gapped down below the 1 SD. It's right under the top of the monthly. That's the top of the monthly. First 4-hour, and here's the 4-hour 68.3. So you're down here below the first standard deviation on the 4-hour and the daily. Got the bottom of the daily range right here, 4-hour 95.4. Daily first support level for the volatility ranges. Then we've got the 4-hour second standard deviation, 95.4 Laplace on the daily, and the top of the weekly range. This does. SPY dumps out here, man. There's a lot of support right here at about 470. I'd be surprised if it dipped any farther. Dixie would really have to take off, and it's just going sideways, man. Right around 102.3. And I always recommend doing this, especially when you're using a chart like this, guys. There's a lot of lines. Are they all important? Absolutely. The more you use this, the more you're like, I need them all. I need it all. So I got 4-hour and daily distribution levels in the volatility ranges, right? The daily, the weekly, the monthly, and all the supports and resistances.
I mean, speaking of lines, I mean, I sometimes even just pop up on like a 3-day just to see where like the second standard deviation is on like a 3-day or a weekly, right? Just to, to understand what the pump is doing and where it's going.
Right.
And where it could pull back.
Indeed. Right. So we went SPY, went to dollar. Let's look at gold. Let's look at the ranges. Finding support on this daily range. Below, yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm warning all you gold guys. I'm telling you. This thing has got a very bearish setup. Very bearish. If gold gets below this daily range today, if gold drops below 2030, this thing could flush out. Indeed. We could see like first standard deviation, 95.4 Laplace, maybe second support level on the weekly. We got the first support level on the weekly here, though, at 2020. I'm just saying, if this does, you break down below this daily range, the way these volatility ranges are set up, this thing's probably going to spill over. Gold's got work to do, man. Bitcoin, exactly the opposite. Exactly the opposite. Bitcoin's above all its macro levels. Does this stuff always play out? High probability of the time it does. High probability of the time. You will get your movements in the other direction, but you got to get through all this. I mean, this thing's got its work cut out for you. Center of the weekly is at 2050. Center of the tight monthly range. You get a tight monthly range like this, what's that telling me? Especially the way this is set up. Where are these monthly support levels? There is the first down here at about 1974. I'm going to make a prediction right now. Gold's going to break 2K. Going to go to the downside. And here's a target too. The way this is set up, I'm not saying today. I'm saying the rest of this week probably. You might see gold down here at the first support level on the monthly. Because the second support on the weekly is above it. 1995, still breaking 2K. When I see tight monthly ranges like that, though, we've seen it before, right? Now, if this was more of a bullish setup, say gold's up here. Say gold's data set right now is at 2070. I'd be doing the exact opposite thing. I'd be up here looking for where's the first monthly resistance. It's up here at about 2147. I'd be looking for that number. But shoes on the other foot right now for gold. Calling like 1975. And how is this going to play out? Keep an eye on Dixie, man. I'm telling you. Dixie starts to run into the top side, you're going to see gold down here. If Dixie dumps out, gold's probably going to rip to the other way. But it's got to get through these macro volatility ranges. Good luck. It's always tough, man. Always tough. And they're both tight, too. That's what I'm saying. And with the tight weekly, this could be the first stop. All right, 2020. 2020. We're going to try to forget that year. We know what happened in 2020. A lot of scam going on. Then you got the second support down there. Like I said, little under 2K, 1995. So, still gold up on the regular chart. See if this thing's building. Let's see if we've got some confluence. I want to see the first monthly support, 1975. I want to see what's down there. This is not a good setup on the 4-hour for gold at all. At all. Look, wave trend crossout Fisher. Did you come up, retest the wave trend? Yeah. Look at these clear outs, man. Gold, that wick on that 4-hour candle went up to 2064. The previous was down at 2024. Damn. About a 40-point range there on gold. Woo! Runs up and then just dumps out. Creates another lower low. The wick down to what, 2016? Then you shot a wick right up to the 99 log MA. I mean to the dollar. Whoop! Right to it. Didn't even get to wave trend. See this on the daily. What did I say? 1975, 2013. What's a 99 at? 72. I am actually looking. Let's see if a 2-day wave trend's right about in that area. 1988. What about the 33 power mean? A little bit below it. That would run you right up into this area right here. No, come on now. Show me that wave trend right on top of it. 1972. Oh, that was a little baby boy. It was about 3. Just got off the tit. Probably on a sippy cup. Sippy cups in 1973. I don't believe there was a sippy cup. It was a shit show. That was a bad baby too. I've heard some horror stories my parents had to put up with. I like to sit in the crib like a little monkey and crap in my hand and put it on the wall, I guess. make chart art as a baby on the wall with my little poopies. Who would have known all these years later? Let's see here.
Chocolate candles.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm not getting solid confluence at that first monthly support. So let me go back to this daily, man. What's that wave trend at? 2014, even 2020. 2020 is up there, huh? Gonna probably have to revisit this. Indeed. Total random walk. Down here. Really, it's 4-hour. It's a returns oscillator, man. Setting up hidden bear. It's negatively correlated right now, though. I'm saying, man, there's bull div on the DLP. Right? There was bull div on the returns oscillator. We got this little pop. This is not in a good position. And when you look at that VRE, a lot of overhead resistance. What's that wave trend on the 4-hour? 2046.
I had a question. Maybe
Bottom of the weekly.
to maybe Zen-tap.
6. What are you doing?
I said I had a question. Just a quick question about the RMLR. Should we consider wicks to the RMLR mean reversion, even if the candle actually pulled right back up?
100%. 100%.
Because I'm looking at BTC on the 90-minute, right? So it sent a wick down to the 11 RMLR. Look at that big wick, right?
Yeah,
so
it's beautiful.
That reversion
went through the third. It went. You see what else is there, right? See what else is there? See a little pink dot? That's a 99. Let me pull this down a little bit. On that 90-minute candle, that little pink dot was right on top of the RMLR. Wick right to the RMLR, and that's the 30 length, and the 99.7 Laplace, and it pulls right back up, right? And it started with that candle opened up, wick right to the first standard deviation, then just ripped it down to the 99.7 Laplace. I mean, that's that signature right there. That is a clean out right there, right? Let's go get these over leveraged donkeys. That's exactly what they did, and pulled it right back up. Next candle, ripped up to the 1SD, the top side. Now it's pulled back. Never like seeing that.
But yeah, you can look at it as, let's say that like we're watching it live. So this 90-minute candle came down, hit the RMLR or any of your data sets for that fact, but came down in this example, hit the RMLR. You can look at it as it's triggering market orders. So that's those limit orders that have conditions. Okay, so it will like the guy will have like 1,000 Bitcoin there at the RMLR, and it's forever moving. Obviously, the RMLR, the candle comes down, triggers that limit order, which then triggers that, like, let's just say 1,000 Bitcoin buy order to sweep the book back up. All right. So that's why the candle didn't stay there, because someone was actively trading that level. Now, if you're a TA trader or something like that, you can look at it as like, oh, okay, there's a lot of buyers there. Maybe we can test the game.
that
So we can sell into them and buy it up again.
That where that wick flat was also a monthly volatility range too. So
okay, cool.
It's like a confluence of data. But I was just kind of curious if we consider the wicks, like, because if you look at it like you were saying in real time, right? At one point that candle was like it was touching that RMLR. So would we consider that mean reversion? It's more of a I don't know, philosophical question rather than.
No, dude, you're right to say it. It did go for a mean reversion, but it got bought up. It didn't hang around there. So there's a lot of active buyers in the book. One thing you could look at on Bitcoin for that is like the daily more than likely its volatility rule didn't change. All right. And went all the way into that RMLR, and because the daily volatility was still saying positive drift or pump mode, and it didn't lose weakness in that signature, they hit it. So with a big pullback like that, you can swap to the daily. Did it change what that volatility rule was saying? No, cool, hit it. So that's sort of what you would have seen play out in that circumstance.
Yeah, man. Let me put this back on Bitcoin. So I got this, and this is why
I distracted everybody, and I was just really curious about it.
Oh, hell, you didn't distract anybody. You good, bro. You good. You know how we roll. Any input's good input.
On the daily looking good, man.
Yeah. Oh, dev bands, what are you doing? I'm just showing another reason why I use these deviation bands. This will show this wick right here is right to, boom, look at it. Beauty. Beauty, 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 man. So what happened here on this? This is probabilities just showing you why we use them. You run down. As soon as this thing hit the 99.7 Laplace, there was a 68.3% chance it was going to close back inside that tight range right there. Did it? Yep. Does it do that all the time? Not all the time. But if it would have pulled back inside the 95.4, I'd be saying there was a 95.4% chance it was going to come up and close inside there, which it did, but it made it all the way back to the 68.3. Now you're sitting in there right now. Humdinging. Everything's calm. This is when you need to wake up. When you see candles running outside that 68.3 and nailing these ranges, dude, hello. Wake up.
for today, intraday, if you're just trading, just today, right? That tells you, I mean, if you're in the VEPS, right? It's telling you that BTC found a liquidity level that it liked, so, if it touches that level again, you could probably go long, I mean, you play the risk management strategy, right? But if it touches that level again, you go long because it's probably going to bump right back up.
Yeah, and you showed, right? You brought up the 90-minute. You brought up the 90-minute hitting the RMLR. Look, there's a power mean right there, too. There was a 99.7 Laplace. There was a power mean right there. A lot of things, man. But yeah, when you ask that question, if you just get a wick down, does that mean reversion? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Best time. Best type, too. Hey, let's get it out of the stop swing trading volatile assets. Mean reversion happens. You're going to get caught up in it. People don't realize what's going on in these markets, man. They're just like, oh, manipulation. It's not manipulation at all.
Not sus, right? It's not sus.
It's not sus at all. It's very quantifiable.
Doing what they need to do, right? It's billionaires, with $1 million computers making profit off you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is our mission here. Limit your losses. Limit your losses. Take your profits.
That I just stumbled upon that because it was like, okay, well, because I'm watching Coinbase, I'm looking for it because it's sitting at its like first standard deviation, right? I'm like, okay, well,
glad you brought that up. Let's get in some Coinbase here.
I'm thinking it's going to go to about the 175 area sometime this week. It's all about when do you enter, right? When do you get that? When you enter.
Yeah, Coinbase, man. Coinbase looks a lot like gold. I'm not going to lie. They're below all these macro levels. Yesterday had a nice range. I mean, wow. You literally, this thing gapped up to about what? Gapped up to about 157.96, run it up, and hello. Jesus, people got so wrecked yesterday. God, what a move. So you rip that thing up, got a little bit above the top of the weekly range at about 160.72. They dump it out 13 freaking points and then run it right back and close it at a higher high. Or actually, I'm not close, ran it up literally a little bit over probably, what time was it? 1:30 in the afternoon. Kind of faked everybody out here. Didn't close a candle below the center of that weekly. But then, whoop, gap down in the morning. Where to? 1 SD. 1 SD. Yeah, see, I my vision, man. I got an eye appointment here real soon. I'm going to have surgery. I don't know. I might be down for a little bit. We'll see what happens. I'm having some major problems, though. I'm sure it has nothing to do with staring at 500 monitors. If you guys saw my computer screens, you'd laugh because they are literally orange. I mean, I got all the blue light taken out of them. Thank God. I'd probably already be blind. But yeah, so I thought that was the end of the day yesterday. It wasn't. So yeah, good stuff, man. Jesus. Who was in on these trades? Who got wrecked or who took their profit? This would have, man, options. Oh boy, intraday. You could have came out like a king.
But they are like that 13 point, like a 160 call when I entered was about $5, but at that top it was about $7. So I mean, when you think about, but it's a weekly option too, right? So it's going till Friday. So they're expensive, right? I mean, exactly. A 13-point swing is only going to get you $200. I mean, it sounds bad, but I mean, when Coinbase runs, it runs, and
indeed,
it's running with BTC. So,
yep, big time. Let me see here. Let's throw this on Coinbase real quick. See what this thing's setting up. But yeah, you're gonna usually see when it comes to traditional markets, Coinbase pretty correlated with Bitcoin. Yeah, you're stuck up under this 90-minute wave trend right now too. Well, that's first stop. Amazing. I had it on the 90-minute and it just immediately shows me. Got some work to do. See the 4-hour on the other side of this thing. Not bad. Got to keep it up here. I'll tell you what, I want to see this thing get back up on side of the 33 power mean. Why do I have that? Why do I have the 33 power mean sticking out? And I mean, there's literally like how many of them? There's quite a few, 13 or something. I don't know exactly. I can't remember. But you want to get upside this 33 power mean. That's where I'm going. It's powerful, man. Don't ask me why. It's the numbers, right? At 33. With everything in my life. Holy crap. I don't just use all this stuff in trading, man. It pretty much rules my life. Might be a reason I never got married. Maybe they just think I'm crazy. My variance has been rising, though, my whole life. So there you go. All right. There's no pullbacks. I'm not over leveraged. I'm looking good going into my 60s. Let's go, traders. Let me see this daily, man. You just in no man's land hanging around here. 33 power mean here's about 140. 140. BTC pulls back here. See Coinbase down there, man. Where's 140 at? Let's see here. Got boom. Confluence all day. Monthly. Yep. Let me see. What is that? Weekly? First weekly? Yeah. First weekly support right on top of it. Right on top of it. Considering this thing's below all the macro volatility. Coinbase at 140. Coinbase at 140. It's right at that 33 power mean on the daily. Pull back 140, then a pump. We'll see. We will see. What's the volatility doing? Pretty flat. The low length's the only one that's fallen off a cliff here, and it did. It fell off from about a 78 down to an 8. Prediction models at the top side right now on the 90 or on the daily. Where were we? Yeah, I looked at the 4-hour. You're above wave trend. 90 minutes, beating its head on the wave trend on the top side. 45. This thing totally flipped around. We rejecting here too. Goodness gracious, man. Need to get all this flip back up and around here. Let me see the 33. Yikes. 15-minute. Get a movement on this thing. Yeah, that first 15-minute candle too. Whoop. Reverse Fisher. Reverse Fisher. Pulled it up. The next candle, right up to the wave trend on the 15. Wow. Must be some Scooby snacks down here or something. Right around 153. Scooby snacks.
And yeah, look at your oscillator though on that 15-minute before you go.
Yep. Let's see. Boop, boop.
Because it should be right below, so it's starting to turn up now. So when it hits that zero mean, will it get above that wave? That's the question, right?
Yeah, going to be tough. Now, I would say yes if this was some bull div or hidden bull, something. It's not though.
Yeah.
Actually, you come back from where it bounced off the zero mean here. There is some. Let me do something real quick. This is a 15-minute. It's really not that far back either. Let's see. Get over here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. It's right. Hold on there. All right. Just making. I'm going to have to blow. No, not. There we go. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm struggle busting. Where's the bottom? Right there. 20 bars. Let's see something real quick here. You know what? Hey, it's on the smooth too. It is on the smooth. Let me flip this real quick. Beep. Yeah, man, it's there. There's definitely some hidden bull here. This DOP needs to build. We need to see this DOP expanding for sure. Was there a bear div? Not really, man. Not really. That's a lower low right there. Let's go up one. Whoops, let me flip this returns oscillator back. Just wanted to see if that div was still there. And it is. Little trick.
Yeah. So this is one of those days where I'm watching it, but I'm probably not going to enter just because it's got a monthly and a weekly that has to beat before it even gets to the top side of the daily. So it's going to beat those first before I even consider it.
Right. Oh, I get it. I get it. Boy, oh boy. And with that reject off of, whoops, get out of here. I don't need you. Blow up this 33-minute. Yeah, this thing's running in between the bottom side of the power mean band and the 99 log MA. You got to get back up above these low time frame wave trends, man. 157. So that's going to lie. For all that macro volatility. All the macro volatility up ahead, man. I mean, you can see it. That's where this is just beating its head up there. Right? We got the weekly, got the monthly. It's a tough go. It is a tough go. All right. That's enough of you. Let's pop this on. I want to see where oil's at. I want oil at like $50 a barrel. Let's go. It's funny how gas is getting cheaper right in the election year, right? Isn't that funny how that works? You bunch of criminals, man. I swear to God, it drives me insane. It really does. System's so rigged up. So rigged up. We need to make America great again. And that doesn't belong to one man. All right, that shit started in 1776. Let's get this shit straight. This country been overtaken. It's time to take it back. Let's see here. Just thought I'd throw that in. Let's see. Just sent a wick to the bottom of the monthly. Nice run, right? Nice run earlier. This thing sold right back off. You're just right here. I mean, like a lot of assets, man. This thing's below the macro ranges. I mean, this is like a black hole within itself. You get these macro ranges this close to each other, you're going to be jockeying around it for a while. What side's going to break? All right, let's go oil. I have a feeling. Let me see here, man. Let's put this on. Whoop! There you were. Come here, you little bugger. Oil on the daily. Gross. Glad that's not the Bitcoin chart. That's never good. Never good. That's just the daily. What about the 4 hour? Is there any hope? Wave trend, you break down Fisher, oil is going to dump. Oil's going to dump. Let me see. Ooh. I do believe, what time is it? 10? Yeah, I'm an hour in, about halfway through. Imagine that. I got to go use the restroom. What do you think about that? I'm squirming. Woo! Like a little snake in my seat. Now Lavera to tie a knot in it for me. Hey! Hilarious. Smack! Got the 45 minutes. Let's see here. Pulled right back up. So went down to the 9 log MA, pulled a wick right back up above wave trend. And these assets too. Guys, this is a lot of indecision, man. When you see this, when you see data sets hanging around in these macro ranges, get on that 1 minute, start scalping this because, man, this thing could just, this is when the volatility likes to kick up. I'm telling you. You get around these macro ranges, these freaking HFT firms, they get the oil can out, man. Start oiling them joints up for their little robots. Start partying. Good Lord. Could see some fireworks in oil there. Damn, Boyle was up almost 10%. It's only up 3 now. That thing pulled back hard. Woo! Let's give it up and right back down. Let's see. What do we got here? What a shit show. Fucking natural gas, man. You see it, boy. If you can nail down Boyle, I'm telling you, man. Fun time, a long time. Dixie climbing almost 102.4 now. You see gold, what's that, 2034? All right. How about Warlord? You got an asset you want to look at? You want me to put a chart up while I go use the restroom?
We can throw Bitcoin on the 1 minute.
Bitcoin.
Same exchange, Mexico. And then we can just walk through until we get back.
All right. You want BTC on Max. Let's see here. BTC. Where you at, Mexi?
If you do USD, it'll come
Yeah.
up.
Where you at?
T. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus. There it is.
Boop. It's not legit exchange, bro.
Boop. Yeah, you're
all right.
You're out there warlording them. There you go. Here, let me turn it. There it is. I will be right back.
Cool. So what we're gonna look for here, let me just turn the music off. What we're gonna look for here. Oh, okay, if it holds above the white line on the top right, you'll have what I think is like a full div, I don't know yet, play through to the upside, so that will be into the top +2 band. You have entropy on the bottom right, curling out of its trend, all right? If it closes below the white line, then it'll be back in trend. So this is it hitting an outlier. I suppose we could technically say the top right 80 def bands are the outlier on the bottom left, the LP. Now it's looking a little bit overextended. Why do I say this? Your RO, left panel, 2 up from the bottom. Very, very close to the outlier event. So naturally, I'm going to look for a lower high. And the lower high I would look for is, there's a big red candle, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles back. The lower high will be from that lower high. What I'd be expecting is more than likely a pullback into this ultimate power means wave set on the top left panel. Contraction was positively correlated. We're looking for a small candle to come next. All right, as we said, we close below that white line, nothing really happens. Okay, that was the top right 80 dev band. Now we're going to be looking at the direction of volatility. So we just found the fundamentals of what's sort of going on. Then we have to match the rules on volatility to the RO, to the DLP, to the Swiss. So that is sideways. It's going to be a little bit hard to read. Okay, so sideways, first weighting, that's negative drift. Sideways, first weighting, that's positive drift up on the first layer. Second layer is negative drift. And second layer is now positive drift. All right. So we got to look for like maybe another touch of these pink bands. We do know any closes above will send that RO into the top of that top left panel, those little bands. We are looking for a lower high because that's the first thing I was able to see here. If not, as soon as those white dots line up with about 10 candles back, you'll find that that will be the lower high. Now we're going to look for anything that's going to say that this gets bearish, because we are looking for longs. Naturally, that's how my brain looks. So I want to know when I'm wrong. Variance I can't necessarily read. It's not my forte. I'm looking for small candles up. The volatility is contracting. Shannon on the bottom right is contracting. We're not looking just to rip to those red dots in the top left panel. This is where we could start to sort of look for a failure. Any closes inside of that reverse, inside of that ultimate power mean, we'll look for continuation into the white dots. Outlier event hasn't occurred on the RO. All right, maybe one more little squeeze so that the RO can hit those blue bands. Then it'll be a way cleaner confirmation for downside. Otherwise, it's going to stay range bound. The DLP is looking like it can mean revert in about 2 or 3 candles, and usually that should push the price into those white dots, which are starting to line up with our lower high target where we started out from. Okay, here not looking so good. Watch for your entropy to flick red. Then you know it's being denied here. As we said, those ROs are looking very choppy. It would be much nicer. Sorry if you can hear the rain hitting the catcher. I'll put this near the mic. So we're looking technically for a little bit of upside because I want that RO to give a nice signature. What's our volatility saying? Volatility is sideways, contracting. So the columns are contracting, and we are moving into 2 negative drift and 1 positive drift. Now they're all in negative drift. This should be your high. Now you're going to wait for bottom right entropy to go red around the outside. If it goes red, it's going to break outside of these ultimate power mean bands. If it holds inside these ultimate power mean bands, look for a hidden bull div on that RO. Okay? Outlier event, this is a little bit of a harder one to try and call. How much have we moved? Roughly not even more than $40. All right. We are looking for small candles. We're not looking for big ones. Entropy saying small candles, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get this on the go. It's a random walk to the upside. Wait for those white dots to line up with its previous higher high, and it should go and push for those white dots. I would say that would be in like 3 or 4 candles, but that is only if the candles are within this ultimate power means wave set, the top left panel. We have a RO. This is something that I tried to explain on the last one. So this is the bearish side. But you'll notice that if the candle starts to get closer to the bottom side of that wave set on the top left, you're going to see RO hit mean reversion. Usually, you look for symmetry. So let's just say the candle cools down now, and you'll see that RO hit mean reversion. You want that candle to be on the outside of that ultimate power means wave set over there. Okay, then it will get the legs to push down. We can see that Entropy is now starting to look for a new trend, so we'll give it like another 3 candles. Okay, it's getting close enough to curl around quite comfortably here, and there's your lower high coming in, more than likely. Not in line with those white dots. Is that a lower high? I can't really see. We'll just say it's flush. To monitor this trade through, you want to monitor it up into those red dots. You want to make sure that Entropy is expanding positively correlated. As soon as that RO starts to hit mean reversion, you could say that the upside returns are pretty much dying off. Okay, very, very hard trade to get in, considering that RO is all over the place. DLP is obviously mean reverted on these big candles. If it does have the legs, let's have a look at volatility direction, contracting, negative, negative, losing correlation. I think it might be a little hard to get out of these ultimate power mean pink lines. We'll give it another 30 seconds. Wait for this to close. So the new trend is technically to the upside if it can hold above those white dots. So it's going to more than likely fail pink, come back, touch white. Here, I would expect it to fail the pink, next candle, come back, touch those white dots, then try push up for the red dots. I'd like a healthy little pullback here. Can't really see on Bogo's screen if it's touching those white dots right now. But I'd like a little bit of a red candle, then a push up. If no little red candle, then there's a lot of buying pressure, a lot of front running coming in. Not good enough red candle for me. There's a lot of front running coming in, so the bears know that they can sell bigger orders. Here's your RO at the mean reversion point. So now our symmetry that we're talking about has moved to on the bottom of the wave set on the top left for the RO. And you mean reverting, if you close below those white dots, maybe expect a pullback down into the blue line at the bottom of the ultimate power mean set, which is top left, which we are looking at. Bottom right, Entropy is starting to lose its trend to the upside. Here is where you're going to have brave bulls try to pick it up. I don't see that they're in the book right now. Let's see if the next print wants to push up a bit, but then to me it's technically a trap. So your RO is mean reverting down, but it does have the opportunity to set in a bull dip here. It holds above, say, blue line. A little bit squirmish. Let's have a look at volatility rules. 2 of them are saying negative drift. 1 of them is saying positive drift. So usually 2/1 is stronger. So we're looking for bottom side, where the blue line turned white to yellow. Looking for a touch there. Obviously, if you're a TA trader, you can see that's above previous structure. If you draw a line through there, you'll find traders longing there. So you'll see if they'll rinse them out into the bottom side of the ultimate power mean. Went a little bit higher than I expected. Didn't set a lower high on the lower high I was expecting. So we'll just wait this one through. RO does have opportunity still for a bull div. It's in the middle. So the little thin line is not mean reverting, but the big fatty is. So it's a little bit of signal processing. Now we've got to look back at direction of volatility. What we're seeing here, we're seeing still contracting. So that's expansion, expansion. So this is technically sideways. Can't really read Bogo's tools right here, right now. Technically sideways. If you look at the top right, there's a little white line just above the candle where it's just hit. You close above there, you'll have expansion back to the upside. out of the pink bands, I'm guessing, considering my eye has been off. So any closes above that, we know the trend is to the upside. Here is a normal play of RO coming into the book. I think, yeah, that's a normal play. And they swept it. Okay, watch your entropy on the bottom right. It's still red. It needs to close above those white dots in order for it to be bullish. Close outside of that, where it is here. Continue into the red dots. This one was a little bit harder to get through. Obviously, we're looking at the spot pair, not necessarily the perp pair, so this is a little bit slower. And mean reversion on your RO. If you hold above the ultimate power mean set, you'll get that mean reversion to the upside. So your RO is telling you if we close above those pink bands, we go touch those red dots. DLP sort of hits an outlier event. Nothing really is significant in this data set right now. Contracting or positively correlated, which should mean, so if you hear contracting or positively correlated, any shorts that come in through the book are going to be bought up. All right? So we're going for those red dots. We could have a very big expansion here. So the next two prints of volatility, we're expecting, don't push too hard, guys. That's fine. We want this candle to close here. If they close there, it's a front run. If they close at literally $3 down, they can push through those red dots very comfortably. So here's the problem. You have now volatility rules getting thrown all around the book. Okay? So this is going to be a little bit of a wick out. So I expect a touch to the red dots, then that will trigger some market sell orders. We'll see if it will push us back down here. Obviously, you can take profit here. We have been in the trade since the bottom. Let's go have a look at RO. RO is at a mean reversion point, but I would like the candle to touch those red dots and then RO mean revert down. Then I know it's not going to be such a tight range. It's not going to be trapped in all the pink lines and stuff. It's going to fall through a lot smoother. Top right, to close above that white line, obviously you continue up. Close below that white line, you're looking for things to confirm your bias to the downside. Now, if you look to the bottom right on the Swiss bottom right panel, we can see that entropy is nearly close to getting stuck in a trend. Okay. Now those white lines, you could imagine. So here's more of like a deny. Wait for the entropy to go red. But you see that entropy is wanting to get into those lines, and the candlesticks are very close to the top left red dots. Okay. Now the observation is if this candle gets above those red dots or in line with those red dots, no. It's the rain catcher going off. We got a rainy season. Sorry, bro. No baboons. If the candle closes above those red dots, then you expect your entropy to get stuck in those white bands, and that will be your serious trend continuation. Here's your next target. Look for second blue lines to the top side. And for me, I'd be more than happy to have taken profit anywhere through this and chase it up. So we're looking for top right blue line number 2. Maximo. Close below the red. We're going to pull back into where the two blue lines on the top left panel have just crossed each other. The spaghetti pocket. All right. RO, just note RO. This is what I was previously stating. RO is now mean reverting, and you're below the red dots. We wanted to touch those red dots for a clean sell order. When touch those red dots, have RO mean revert back down. The next target to look at if you're short would be that cross. If there's continuation, it's to +2 on the 80 dev bands top right. I'll let you take it from here, Bubba. Nearly in trend as well. Entropy, red dots, and entropy lining up. Okay?
Yeah, man.
I think you're back.
Right on. Let's see here. Yeah, I caught most of that. Good little. I mean, that thing just ran up, hidden bowl, right into some bear div, right at the reverse Fisher. This thing, you come down this 2SD band, it's going to set up more hidden. This is actually setting up an opportunity for the power mean band and the reverse wave trend all through log MAs to break back up through this 1 minute Fisher. If that happens, this thing's going to start moving to the top side. But you can see the prediction model just flipped, heading out of trend now. And like you literally said, take profit. That's a profit taking area. You break through all this and get to that level, especially if you're in here off the bounce off these log MAs down there. That is definitely profit taken. Thank you. Because now this can come back to wave trend. This could come back to wave trend and set up. I mean, it's setting up hidden bull right now. Setting up another stab of hidden bull as we speak. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. Wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this trend turn back down. Prediction model flip. But let's see here. DOP. Yeah, DOP flashing bear div too. It's going to have to get handled just lower low. So, I mean, it's playing out. Look at the entropy.
Yeah, so can I quickly say this, now that the move is over? I'm not really rushing, but if you look at the DLP, you look at those candlesticks, okay? The candlesticks hit the red dots, the DLP hit outliers, all right? And that is a significant area because those little columns on the DLP have hit lines. What did your candlesticks do? They also hit lines, all right? So that's sort of how you got to use the tools. Be like, oh, okay, not every line is going to be the DLP. Like we could be stuck at a VRE right now or something like that. But as soon as you see this DLP hit an outlier event, is it hitting any one of my data points? Because if it is, that's confluence between your oscillators, the ones that show direction, and your indicators, the ones that are around the candlesticks. Okay? So that's sort of the easiest way for someone to program a bot. Here you could have a positive drift walk to the upside, but I have to look at the other time frames, like a 3-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute, to see what the direction of volatility is saying. If it can actually hold the structure and just push through quite quickly to the second blue band on the top right.
Oh, I'm doing some mudras. Doing a little yoga. Doing some mudras. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the way this is setting up, so on this 1 minute, this looks good, but this is right. This is where the workflow comes in. Where are we at on the 3 minute? We having an outlier? No. Let me see. Right at the top side of the power mean band too on the 3 minute. With, oh, we get a higher high? Yeah. No hidden bear. No hidden bear. Prediction model on the 3 minutes to the top side, trying to drop in the trend. This could break out a little bit. You see the 6 minute. I'm just looking at these prediction models, looking at the volatility. It's a 981. Yeah, boy, this is just. You see the 9 minute. I'm just going to the 15. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. We having an outlier. Is there an outlier 15 minute and below somewhere? It just popped right out of it again though. I mean, this could be a point right here. Here's what I always look for. When you get a tight power mean band like this, you're above the wave trend. I mean, this has got all the earmarks. This thing could run to 9 minute Fisher. Let me see this 15. And I'm looking, just playing off some hidden back here. No, man, this is clean. Totally clean. No div. Both sides. No div on the 15. That's actually a good thing. Now let me look at this 9 minutes. It's having the outlier. Was that hidden? No. Indeed. A little bull div. It was a bull div. That's what it was. All right. But what are you setting up right now on 9 minutes? You're setting up some hidden bear, right? You already got a higher high. Well, not yet. Right? Not yet. Let's let this candle close. But right now, it's definitely setting up some hidden bear. But when I see the DLP building like this, look at Shannon Entropy. Total random walk. What's the volatility doing? Flat, positively correlated. That's actually good. 981, kind of flat, negative. Same with the 2400, but it's positive. Yeah, you got a mixed bag here on volatility. This thing, but having the outlier and the variance. Returns oscillator hasn't turned down yet. DOP and Shannon Entropy percentile building. Let's see. What's this one? Let me now jump back down to the 1 minute. What's this thing at? And when I see stuff like this, now look, you got the 9 log MAs getting ready to cross the Fisher. If this data set can stay above this Fisher while everything with the power mean band, these log MAs are crossing back up, probably going to see a move. Where to? Let me get BTC on VRE. Come here, little buddy. Come here, little buddy. Come on, you magical internet shitcoin. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Bitcoin. This is definitely not a shit coin, but it will put you in the hurt locker, bounce you around for a while. That's for sure. If you're using leverage, especially. That's another thing. Hey, man, if it really tweaks your nether region to just swing trade freaking volatile assets, do not use leverage, or you will regret it. Right? You will regret it. Trade spot, man. Do something. Find a new bit of joy in your life. Do something. Stop losing money. I'll tell you that. Quit being a degen. For God's sakes, go to the casino if you want to be a degen, man. Hell, there's a ton of online casinos. Do something else. This is serious business here. The high frequency trading firms love when you bring that degen activity into this space, man. They're gonna gobble you up. Yeah, sure. You might get a win every once in a while when you accidentally hit the keyboard and take your profit, because I know how you degens roll. You want to be able to pop it out on Twitter or show your buddies, look, man, $2,000-$3,000 move. Woohoo! Look at the profit. And and here's the funny thing. Most of the times people do that, they haven't even realized their profit yet. They're still in the trade. And then you get a massive pullback like we had in Bitcoin the other day. They go calm silent for like a week on social media. And they got wrecked. It's pretty crazy. That's how people roll.
I feel like when you flex like that, God is really willing to punish you if you haven't taken your profit. You're going to flex, take your profit. Doesn't matter if you mess up.
Krishna's patting you on the butt going, good boy. And Shiva's up there hitting you with a hammer on top of the head. That's how that works out. You know the Hindu religion at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've studied them all. There's not one I haven't studied. Probably what a lot of people don't know about me. Studied them all. Realized one thing. It's a lot in common. A lot in common. They just get so tweaked up by just irrational people. It's insane. It's what's separating everybody right now. Religion's one of the main things. Politics, religion. They've done a great job. Right? How do you control a freaking 8 billion person population? Separate them. You better separate them. They've done a great job doing it, man. We all come together. All this shit's over with. We can get back to normal business, right? Creating a global family. We're all going to pump Bitcoin to the moon. Let's go. All right. Let's see here. Okay, Bitcoin, 15-minute. I do like this. Totally different setup, right? Bitcoin's above all this macro volatility, man. All above all this macro volatility, which gives great points on pullbacks. When I saw this 15-minute candle dumping out, I was like, woo, here we go. I was literally at the time going, oh, man, is this thing going to go down to the weekly or the monthly again? Get a big, nasty wick down here, liquidate a bunch more people? Nah, man. A lot of buy pressure. Picked that thing right back up. Sent it right back into the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. That's what people, when you don't understand the distribution, you're really not getting this whole thing. These probability percentage ranges, they play out all the time on the daily close. I said this earlier in the stream. There's a 68.3% chance BTC closes in that range. When it comes to Laplace distribution, normal is always a little wider. Right? It's just the bell curve and normal distribution. If you look at Laplace distribution on a graph, you'll see what I'm talking about. Totally different distribution models. Totally different. Laplace looks just pretty much like the Eiffel Tower. That's what it looks like. Big fat tails. Massive fat tails. Where I don't have to explain the bell curve. Everybody remembers. Unless you quit school in 6th grade or something. Let me see. Oh, God, I was helping somebody with a wallet, too. I got sidetracked. Sorry. What the hell? Guy's going to give out a case of tequila if anybody can figure this out. And he's got this, I don't know. He's got this cigar. Can tell you, they can try to explain what's going on. But unless I'm in it, it's hard, right? It's hard. It's hard to figure out. Because usually it's, no offense to anybody, usually it's right in front of your face. It's something simple. It's something simple. Let me see here. This is Wild Man Getting Lucky. Yeah. Yeah, his main wallet. Holy crap. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to answer this dude. Crazy. All right. Sideways. Love it. Look at Bitcoin, man. Setting it up. This is when you see Bitcoin doing this, this is where you're in the charts. You're looking at the volatility, man. You're looking at the volatility. You're waiting for low volatility reads. Look at the 1 minute. 0. And that's the low length. The grade's at 0. And you've got the other 2 lengths contracting, negatively correlated, possibly setting up for a move. But then I look here and it's setting up hidden bear. All right, setting up hidden bear. We were literally just talking about this. You want to close at a higher high here. You close at a higher high, look out. Look out. This volatility could expand, correlation break positive, and this thing could start running, man. But there you go. Now it's set in. Returns oscillator turned down. You got a lower high here, higher high here. It's positively correlated. DLP just took a pullback. Variance is coming down, positively correlated. Could we revisit wave trend? Look, next couple 1 minute candles, wave trend's probably going to be up here knocking on the Fisher's door. If you ever hear us talk about wave trend or Fisher, it's our reverse models, right? It's our reverse models. You got reverse wave trend. You got reverse Fisher. Then everybody's favorite, the reverse cowgirl. It's somewhere in the power mean band here. Know exactly where. I think it's right around here. It's usually above. Now I'm being funny. You know, when I start sending out jokes and I'm getting bored, market's going sideways, man. Want some volatility? Wow! In the 15 minute. Look at this, man. I'm telling you, man, this tight power mean band. Look out. Look out. There is a move coming. We got a move coming. And the returns oscillator in the 15 is clean. The DLP's building. Shannon Entropy's building. Entropy has been flat in a random walk. You had a couple little trends here. You can see them. But not a lot, man. Not a lot. When you see Entropy just running around in a random walk, right? Volatility, I want to see this volatility on the 15 minute contract all the way. That would be nice. Doesn't look like the 2400, which is fine. This 525 contracts all the way. That's a good spot for the volatility to return to on the low length. That's what I always look for. I want to see a higher high on the returns oscillator on the 15 minute along with the data set. Where's this at? To be honest, this thing's pretty close to running up to about 47.5. Top side of the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range. Here's the one thing, though, when it comes to the 4-hour candle, right? This 4-hour candle, that is closing in 26 minutes. First standard deviation, 95.4 Laplace. So are we going to hit the top side of the daily 68.3 before this 4-hour close? There's a 95.4% probability with this 4-hour candle. It says, no, we're not. Right? 95.4% probability in the next 26 minutes if Bitcoin does not close above 47,335. So we'll have to see how that happens. 332 to be exact. There it is right there. But it's looking like it's wanting to rev up and get up to the top side. Haven't even tested it yet. And you break out above this 68.3 Laplace, we're going to see Bitcoin 1SD probably. Up here about 48, what's it at? 48,342 right now. And eventually making your way up here to, there's the first monthly resistance right there. Second monthly resistance. Indeed. And that is the second resistance on the weekly. I'm actually looking for this today. What is that though? Wow, man. It's a hell of a move. Talking about 2K. And look at the shorts. The shorts on Bitfinex are up almost 9%. People just never learn, man. People never learn. And I guarantee you there's a lot of highly leveraged, a lot of them These 27 Bitcoins today on Bitfinex that got shorted, guarantee you there's a shitload of leverage attached to them. We'll watch how funny. And this is after this little pullback, right? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what people look at. I think it's a good idea to get in a short right now. It's just they're hoping and praying. Oh, well, we had to pump yesterday. This thing's probably going to dump out. Look at the clear out that happened. There's a lot of buy pressure. They tried to run this thing down. All the macro volatility is below Bitcoin. This thing is set up super bullish to run up to both these second resistance levels on the macro volatility ranges. Now, whether or not that happens today, is it in the cards? Guys, it's not even to the daily 95.4. This thing revs up. You could see Bitcoin over 49K today. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. First, you got to break outside the 68.3 Laplace on the daily, which I just said, probably highly unlikely. Don't even need to say that. We're going to run with the probabilities. 95.4% probability that Bitcoin in the next, now it's 24 minutes, will not close above there. Now, when we get a new 4-hour candle, let's say this runs up to the 1 SD at the 4-hour candle, right about 47.2, right? It's about $300 move. Close right up there. The 95.4 Laplace on the next 4 hours is probably going to be right at these monthly and weekly second resistance levels. You get up into there, you could easily close at a 95.4 Laplace, second standard deviation today. And guys, we've been talking all week, or even coming into last week, 50K. There's all kinds of stuff at 50K. Let me see here. This thing is just revving up, baby. And I showed you the RMLRs. There's like several different RMLRs at 50, right around the 50K area. This 15-minute DLP candle is hitting these upper confidence intervals too. Interesting. All right. 1037. And with this tight power mean band too, it's wave trend back up above Fisher. It is. Let me see. No, it's not. Close though. Real close. Where the hell's that little booger at? Oh yeah, no, it's a ways away. Let's see. That's Fisher right up here. Got this wave trend. 15. This thing's going to turn up hard here on this 15-minute close. What is there? 6 minutes left. This wave trend will pop. Let's go, Bitcoin. Show the power of the VEPS. I always warn people about, having this power mean band, powerful. It's in the wording. It's in the messaging, my friends. When it all collapses on each other, look out. Look out. You usually got a nice move coming. See the 33. Wow. Looking good for the top of the power mean band. That's over 47K. And this on the 33-minute time frame, volatility is very low. Very low, man. Highest read is the 2400, and it's at a 26, and it is expanding, and it is positively correlated. The other two are the 33 power mean on this 33-minute time frame, and that is literally dead at about 47K. Top side of the power mean band's barely above it, another $35 or something. And let me see here. Clean chart, man. This thing is clean. Having an outlier, but this thing's rolling over. DLP right now, breaking back up to the top side. Breaking back up to the top side. Let's go. See what happened on 33 minutes last time it did it, guys. Had a massive run. 43.7 to 47K. We have a similar move. You're going to look at Bitcoin today at 50K, man. Or those numbers I was just talking about. Right up here. These resistance levels. It's almost 49. 95.4 Laplace. 49.250 area. Second standard deviation. Even closer to 50. Even closer to 50. This thing starts moving. We could easily have a 95.4% probability move today. And when I say that, I don't mean there's a 95.4% chance it's moving up here. I'm saying that it's not going to go beyond it. There's only a 4.6% chance BTC on the daily is going to close above 49.6 when it comes to normal. 49.2 area when it comes to Laplace. That's how the probabilities work. All right. What else, fun people? Wait a minute here. This poor guy. This poor guy. It's hard being your own bank, folks. What did I just say about the 33-minute? Did exactly that. It's almost there. 33 power mean. It's looking good for that. And it's starting to have an outlier. Oh, boy. These shorts get liquidated. I'm just going to chuckle like I always do. That's all you can do. Just laugh. You got one group of folks who are trying to help people not get liquidated, giving them good risk management advice, right? Giving them some leading information. All you got to do is watch these streams every day. You're going to be doing a lot better than watching YouTube Jimmy and getting wrecked. I'll tell you that right now. All you got to do is read between the lines. We don't blatantly give out signals, but I am always running workflows and telling you a little bit of what my bias is. I'm always going to give you both sides, but you can tell by the tone in my voice which side I'm jockeying, right? Oh, boy. Hopefully this guy doesn't wreck himself. Oh, no. And Misha trolling him. It happens, man. It is not easy in crypto. We all know this. Remember day one when you jumped into this madness? How much of just a cloud of confusion entered your life? I mean, it's a whole new ball game when you're your own bank. There's no 1-800 number to call when you lose all your money. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. That's why all these institutional investors, right? They have been gaslighted and lied to. They would rather use a custodial wallet. They would rather somebody else hold their cryptocurrency. They just don't realize yet. Not your keys, not your crypto. That's what crypto's all about, right? And this is where crypto's trying to get sidetracked by all these institutions. They're trying to make the norms think, hey, we'll hold your Bitcoin for you. Bad idea. I will never, ever, ever, ever. And that's the biggest problem, just take for Web3, for instance, and these multi-sig wallets. Guys, these multi-sig wallets are custodial wallets. And we've already proven, there's back doors, man. You can go in the back end of this thing and you can send things out of wallets. It's insane. Thank God we got a real good techie that rescued some whales for us. Jesus, man, what a shit show.
That was a heist. Holy smokes.
Just love crypto, man. It's always something. And it's always fun watching new people learn. So they're like, what the hell is going on? It's like, yeah, welcome. Welcome to cryptocurrency, my friend. You're better off while you're learning. Just be a holder. Right? Start stacking some sats. Can't go wrong. These people in the early days that just started stacking Bitcoin, never traded a thing, continue to just stack. Guys, they are the winners, man. This thing, since day one, it's up billions of a percent. It's insane. Bitcoin is just a nasty big bowl. Turn off this UPN. And that is, hold on, that's on MEXC. Geez, let me go to the index. I was like, what is wrong with this? Whee! Holy smokes. Damn. Good stuff right there. Love looking at Bitcoin on the monthly. You know what? And since we just did get a new, let's go to quarterly. There's a quarterly. That is.
Oh my word, that looks good.
Looks real good.
Contracting negative. This thing's just going to carry on getting bought up.
Yeah, and this has been more or less volatility contraction negatively correlated. This thing on the quarterly is just walking up. Pretty insane. Monthly volatility read. Guys, look at the monthly. I was just saying 5 minutes ago, I'm looking for low volatility. Look at the monthly. It doesn't get any better than that, man. Grade and the 525 are literally at zeros. The 981 is starting to expand a little bit, and it's positively correlated, and it's at a 1.23. The 525 finishing off its contraction negatively correlated. If the low length starts to expand and this correlation breaks too, God, man, I'm telling you. Six-figure Bitcoin at some point coming in. Are we going to see a six-figure Bitcoin by the halving? Let's turn on something here real quick. Boom. Let's back you up, buddy. Where's my little drag and drop? Where are you? Where are you, you little booger? Hold on here. Back to a daily. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, what was that? The low down there at 25. Let me see something real quick. This little pump move here. Bam. Beauty right there. 54. Now I'm backing it up too. I got to go through here. First, let me put this on a weekly. There we go. Trying to break the 95.4. That's not the bottom on the weekly though. Let me pull. Boom. Right about. I like that actually. I mean, you could pull it all the way back from the bottom, really. See where this thing's at. I don't like that little bit there because we had a little pullback. That's the candle right there. All right, man. You're beating on the 95.4 Laplace door right now. Guys, Jesus, we got some massive numbers at the 99.7. Does it break it? But here was my whole point. I'm going to go to this monthly chart. There we go. This thing just warming up, boys. Whoops. God, man. Come on. Be nice. Come on. Woo! It's hard to drag and drop sometimes. Especially when you're half blind. Okay. So, wow. Heading for the 95.4 Laplace? Possibly. Man, that's an 82.9, but that is not the projection I'm looking for. And we're not going to get a projection. There's enough history. So you can kind of, let's even see by end of 2025. Where are you at? December. $138,000 Bitcoin approximately at the 95.4 Laplace at the end of this year. Wow. Let's see by the halving. Where's April? Boom. Right around in here somewhere. About 90K. About a 90K Bitcoin. If this thing runs at a 95.4 Laplace on this projection, we can even move this up a little bit since we did have that pullback. Boop. Right. Come on, man. What is this chart doing? This thing. There we go. Almost at the 95. Let's see here. July. There we go. About 60K, 57.9, about 58K. No, actually almost 60. About 60K. If you go from that. This volatility speaking volumes, man, on the monthly, though. Speaking volumes to me. Setting up right before the halving like this. Look out. Look out. Where's the next one? Let me see here. Yeah, there was the last halving, right? We get a similar move to this. Guys, Bitcoin is way over 100K. Way over 100K. Look at the halving before that, right? Whee! Crazy, man. Gotta love Bitcoin. Gotta love Bitcoin. Was it 1050? All right, 15 minute. I was watching that power mean band. Oof. This poor guy. I understand his name now, right, Warlord? Holy
I didn't read his name.
I understand the name. Pretty wild. People. All right, trading view. If anybody's watching there, you got an asset you want looked at? Do a quick little intraday workflow for you. Well, Bitcoin messes around here. Whoops. Let me see here. Turn that power mean band back on. And this is what I'm waiting for here. This wave trend crosses back up Fisher, which it's wait a minute. Spread this out a little bit. Get a better look here. Come on, show daddy. Yeah, it's still below it a little bit. Need to break it up here. It'd be nice if the 15-minute candles keep closing above that Fisher while this wave trend gets back up to cross. Power mean band gets back up here to cross up. If that happens, this thing is going to pop. We'll see, though. This could easily just drop right back down. If it doesn't bounce on the wave trend, close a 15-minute candle below, this could set up for literally nice. Look at the last wick, man. The last wick. This thing could go right down to the 99 log MA. That's a 45.6. At 45.6. Knock out a few more longs that are over leverage, not taking their profits. And then look at the shorts lining up. Now it's almost 10%. 4 more since the last time. 4 more Bitcoins. Guys, it's 200K, man. Crazy. Crazy indeed. One peek back over here on traditional markets. Yeah, Dixie running, man. What's gold at? 2033 now? Check Dixie out. Yeah, there she blows. So now I got to throw it up on the VRE. And what's happening once again? What do I talk about as soon as this damn stream started? Exactly this. You got Dixie above all its macro volatility. Gold's below it. Bitcoin's above it. Bitcoin and Dixie are correlated. Gold is not correlated with either. And like I said, Dixie runs to the 1SD to the top side. Gold's going to be down at the 1SD to the downside, which is at, wow, I don't know, man. You're going to maybe bottom side of the 68.3 first. That'd be, yeah, no, it could happen, man. If Dixie took off right now, I could see a nasty wick come down here. 2010. But as of right now, since you're so close on Dixie, the top side, 2024. 2024. You running still? Oh, come on. Scale you back up. Yeah, that's more like it. Dixie hits the 1SD, the top side. You'll probably see gold first at that 2024 area. Right at the bottom side of the 68.3. Dixie breaches that 1SD, runs at a 95 for Laplace. Then you're going to see gold getting closer to that 2K that I've been talking about. Right down there at the 1SD on the daily 2010. But you also got this daily range here. It's not going to hold forever, man. Been getting beat up a little bit. First the center, right? Then the top again. This time I would imagine this is going to breach. Let me see here. Gold in your daily range. Yeah, lower low, man. Wow, my volume is really loud. That was
Hippopotamus.
Yes, hippopotamus, indeed. Yeah, 2029. It's a Fisher on the 15. From the cross down, that's where, tell you what, man, this returns oscillator pops up here. Look at the return oscillator. This is when you set up these hidden moves. When you got the returns oscillator getting ready probably to punch through the zero mean, you're going to set up hidden bear. It'll probably push this down to 2030. Well, I mean, that's only 2 points, but I would imagine it's coming down to the Fisher on the 15. See the 33 minute. You through the wave trend. Yep. Well, you're barely hanging on here, man. But you did have the 33 power mean just cross up the Fisher. And look at the 33 minute. I showed it earlier, man. Came down. You tested that big time. Loves these crosses. That's why I have these highlighted as dots. These are very important. 33 power mean, reverse Fisher, reverse wave trend. And let me see here. We have where's my little emojis? What do we got? What do we got? A little cowboy. Yeah, there we go. Throw that on there. Then that's a girl. That's a reverse. There you go. It's right in there somewhere. You see it hidden? There's the reverse cowgirl. All right, so now we got all 4 of them up. What are we going to do? This is fun time, long time. Traditional markets kind of going sideways. I'm telling you, man, if Dixie breaches that top side, these markets are going to have a little shit show. Let me see. It's looking like, yeah, oil, natural gas, probably correlated with Dixie. Got a few things. Adobe, Amazon. I don't even care about these airlines. Google's up 69.69. Imagine that. Oh, Zuckerberg must be training jiu-jitsu right now. He's in a 69 with one of his sweaty roll buddies. Let me see.
Wow, look at gold go, man.
Kind of just said it. I mean, right? Gotta love the VEPS. Gotta love the VEPS. Here, let's give it a target. There you go. Punch down into that cowboy hat. You just hit the bottom. You just hit the bottom of the power mean band. All right? Just hit the bottom of the power mean band. So was that on the 15 then? Because this is where I was like, probably going to that Fisher. Let's see it. Trending too, man. This thing just started trending. Oh, UPM, really? Come on. Give me your 15-minute love. There it is. Almost right there. Said 2029. There it is. Boop.
So now look for the things that trigger market buy order. All right, like that. That's the example I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, this one's a little bit harder to grasp, but it slides just beneath that thing, and then boom, someone triggers in. And if that's their scalp, that's them obviously getting out now. That holds the line, little stupid doji looking candle next, and then it will try to look for a new direction. Well, either continue its serious direction or try to build out a new direction.
And Dixie had a popped almost 102.6. Interesting. Yeah, at this point, I got to go to the 4 hour. Oh, cowboy a lot closer. You're below the bottom side of the power mean band. That's a no-brainer, man. You send a wick up to the 99, then you come down and close underneath the 9. I'm surprised that these log MAs, the variance check hasn't flipped. It's close, I'm telling you. It's a 4 hour candle. You'll see it probably on the 90 already. They've probably already flipped. The returns might still be above the mean. Variance is definitely coming back, though. Yep, it's yellow. All of them are, too. 45. Let's see what time frame is flipped where returns are below the mean and variance is rising. Not yet. 45. Returns are still above the mean. Yep, even on the 33. Returns are still above the mean, but the variance is coming back down. 15-minute, it definitely is flipped. Yep. Getting ready. The 99 log MA is getting ready. Interesting. Well, everybody saw that in real time. That was one of the more easier things to read. That's why when you start to really work with the VEPS, I mean, it's always just right in your face. It's, can you read it? Can you see it? Right? And it's not like I'm just zeroing in on something, right? You saw, I was running through everything. Oh, this is about bull div, but what's not setting up bull div? The DLP, man. And look at the trend. What's this telling me? This thing's already setting up hidden bear. Right? It's already setting up hidden bear. If this comes up here and rejects off the zero mean, look out. Oh, we hit the cowboy. Let's get rid of him.
It's a trap.
45. Bottom side of the power mean on the 45. 33 power mean. Beautiful. Not setting up any hidden bull. Not setting up any bull. Lower lows, man. Lower lows. So like that on the 92. Yep, sure is. Gold's starting to look really weak. Really weak indeed. Got a lot of expansion going on. 981's correlation's positive. The other two are boom, ugly. And I think that was the 33 where it was really like, let's go to Dumpville. correlation just broke on it. But look, 981, 2400 in lockstep right here, both at about 76.75 and a 79.01. They're both negatively correlated. Shannon Entropy's up here in the deviation bands. Look at the DLP, man, just hit the 99% confidence interval. Are you taking profit right now on your short on gold? You better be. That's all I'm saying. Could it go lower? Yeah, and I gave you some targets, but dude, this is how we roll. You're not going to wait for this candle to pull back up inside the 33 power mean or the Fisher 2030. I mean, you know, you're going to lose some money. You're outside the power mean band too. We know what happens there. That's what the power mean band's all about. Mean reversion, man. You get outside of them, be prepared. And look, you're at the 99.7 Laplace on the 33-minute candle. So many things screaming, take profit. What's the next one on the 33-minute? The volatility in grades at 100%. You see how this all lines up? You're outside the power mean band. You were having an outlier, right? The DLP's hitting the 99% confidence interval. Even though the trend is just starting, don't fall for the trap. Take your profit. This is the basis of what we do. Look, you've almost got the other two lengths. If you could possibly get some more juice out of this. I'm just telling you, when you first start to learn this, take your freaking profits. You could wait for, because these things are in lockstep. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they're all at 100%. It's just, I always have caution when you hit the 99% confidence interval on the DLP. Hi, big dog. Such a good boy. Look, we got a big dog. Oh, you okay, buddy? I had him on his leash this morning. He's got some bad paws or something. I don't know what's going on, so he's beside himself. You okay? I'll let you out. Hold on. We're in the middle of this big storm. Man, if this was snow, we would be buried right now. It literally has been raining for about 24 hours. Damn near. We got a cold snap coming too. Whew. Supposed to be down around like single digits for like 2 days, then right back up. High today is 50. Some crazy weather, man. Crazy weather. Okay. Yeah, definitely. And the entropy hit the 2 SD band, right? Now the volatility chilled. The grades started coming back down. This is your last chance. Take that freaking profit. Take that freaking profit. You can stumble upon an entry, but can you stumble upon where you should exit and take your profit without using this stuff? In my opinion, no, because you have no clue what's happening. You're waiting, right? The volatility got pretty low over here before this dump. That's what I'm always waiting for. Always waiting for. Beautiful. We're going to wrap this up. I'm glad that happened with gold in real time as we were running through this. So if you're watching on TradingView and you see the magic of the VEPS, we don't have a crystal ball, man. We have leading information. I just gave you a rundown on what the charts were showing me, what gold was about to do, and literally why we were doing it happened. Now you're below Fisher on the 15-minute. If gold gets stuck down here below this Fisher and this power mean band comes down and starts crossing down, this is not good, man. You're going to see gold dumping. You're going to see gold dumping. I've already gave you a few targets for today. First support, 2020, and that's the weekly volatility range. This has got all the earmarks of running to a 1SD. But like I said, I want to see Dixie up at the it's going to take a nice move. Like I said, Dixie, 95.4 Laplace, which this thing is fucking hammerjacking. There's the 1SD. You know what, man? You're a lot closer than they were a minute ago. Yeah, it might be 1SD to 1SD. So gold at 2020. Dixie at 102.7. If Dixie breaches this 1SD, gold's going to tumble, man. Gold's going to tumble. Now, that 1SD is still pretty far away. This might be it if Dixie does run up there. 2010. And when it gets down there, 68.3% chance it doesn't close below 2010. Dixie flashes more strength, though. I'm telling you, man. You could see gold break 2K today. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, to be honest. I'm trending. A lot of trend, man. Trend. 45, probably not. Having an outlier, though. Yeah, it's starting to, just goes right into trend on the 45. So the 90 turned down. No. Just finished off its random walk as Shannon Entropy percentiles building. Gold, you're in trouble. Gold's in trouble, boys. This, especially if this DLP on the 90-minute starts breaching these confidence intervals down here. I mean, look at the pullback last time. You'll see gold around 2K. Let's see how it plays out today. Guys, thanks for all the support in the Discord. You guys are great. TradingView. Anybody watching on TradingView? All you got to do is watch a couple streams and be like, what the hell's going on here? This is unlike anything I've seen before. Yeah, because everybody you're used to watching is using traditional technical analysis. It is a scam. It's being pushed on to this entire space by them. Okay, by them. Let's call them them. We're going to use a pronoun. Call them them. So be careful out there, man. Lagging information is poison, just like leverage. Imagine that. You're using lagging information. You're trading like a degen using leverage, and you don't know what's going on in the market, especially the volatility. So with all that being said, we'll be back here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you live out on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Alpha Trading, out.
Pow, pow.
That's right.
Oh, you think I just let it end like that?